Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live on Humble House.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rave Daddy Robbie over here. I need to actually have the camera pointing at ketone at the moment. Yeah, tilt it up just a little bit. Okay, pause. Hold on one second there before I take it. Oh, that's good. Great. Excellent. See, there he is now.
What's up, peoples?
You know, sometimes you just, again, it's radio. That's how this works. Or TV on radio or something. I don't know what this is.
This is this is all of the above.
Yeah. You know, I was really like, I don't know, when that whole radio on TV thing started happening with all, because it was all sports. I don't know if you noticed that. That's what it always was. It was all sports.
It makes sense.
And all these sports. Well, no, technically, I guess Howard Stern probably, I think, was the very first
talk show.
Yeah, I think he was the one that
Was
first
he?
got the TV deal.
Okay.
Because he was only, he was syndicated.
Yep.
And then they gave him the Howard Stern show, which I think ran for like 8 or 9 years.
Okay.
Wow, yeah. You see,
Okay.
you're not that young, bro. Come on,
Wow.
now. You remember
No,
Howard Stern.
I know Howard Stern, but I didn't realize that he was the first talk radio on video.
I think so. I believe so.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, that guy did a lot of crazy, a lot of shit.
But you know what? You know what it is? So, and then all these sports shows and everybody started doing radio on TV. But you know what it is? And a lot of people don't actually realize this. It's a cheap way to get television programming without having to pay for additional television programming. Because you're already paying for the radio show.
Right.
So all you got to do is put them behind a desk with a camera pointing on them.
Yeah.
And now you don't have to pay rights for anything else. You have a second revenue stream because now you run commercials on TV as well. In a lot of cases, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but lately they straight up, they just got guys green screened with a microphone. Most of these guys are doing it from home lately.
As
with
of COVID.
earbuds in, headphone, like basic average from Walmart, headphones in and all this kind of stuff because I'm in TV, I've been in broadcasting for a really long time. And the goal with broadcasting now these days is to do it as cheap as absolutely possible.
Yeah.
And so they, when COVID came, unfortunately, as many of us found out, is you can do anything from home if you just put your mind to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
welcome,
how was
guys.
your weekend, by the way?
My weekend was amazing. I just wanted to welcome everybody to Houseology Live and let everybody know that Rave Daddy Robbie just welcomed us in.
Yes,
earlier.
I already mentioned I got this whole couch.
You got a whole couch to yourself. Everybody's gone. We're missing Danielle.
I don't know
We're
if
missing
you guys should be aware,
Mike.
but there was actually a show change. This is now the Rave Daddy Robbie show, and that's why I have the whole couch.
Yes, Rave Daddy Robbie on the couch. That's the new name.
Whoa! That's actually a different show altogether, bro. I don't know if you know about.
We're not talking about.
Yeah, you got to watch
calls.
this, bro.
Oh,
Whoa! Wow.
No, but we got a great show for you guys today. We have myself and Rave Daddy Robbie in. We have DJ Volume, who is outside chatting with Jenny Z, who is our guest for today. Jenny Z's been doing a lot of things around the community, so we can't wait to chat with her, find out what's going on with her in the community and beyond, actually, because, she's doing more things, too. So we'll check into that. We also have... this is a recap section, so we'll go over some of the things that happened this last couple weeks. This last week was a busy one. It was a doozy.
Yeah, well, Miami Music Week and Ultra really filled up everybody's schedules, I think.
Oh yeah.
So that definitely what ended up most people doing this weekend. I actually stayed home. As I mentioned last week, I was in the parade. That was awesome, by the way.
Yes, tell us about the parade.
Well,
Oh wait, are we getting a call?
Are we already?
I don't know.
That quick? I don't know.
It's coming through to my
phone. Well, it takes a moment, to transfer over to the radio's phone system.
Oh, yeah. Did it come over? No? Maybe not.
Nope.
Maybe that was just on my phone.
Oh, no. I called to test it. So you may have just seen was that the thing reminding you maybe that I called or something?
Possibly. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But,
well, if you were trying to call us, wait until it answers. Give us your name.
We are giving away a free shirt today if somebody calls.
I heard that.
727-342-0550.
Do you have it? Do you hold it up? Or?
No, not the shirt.
Oh,
no, I don't
okay.
have it.
Can you
with
describe
me.
it to us?
It's the same
it
shirt.
blue? Is
the
it
same
black?
shirt I was
Is it
wearing
red?
last week. It's got the it's a white shirt with a Humble House Humble Bass imprint. And the big logo on the back, the big Humble Bass Records logo.
I know my friends have a huge lift putting up with me. Don't
we love you, man. We love you, man. No,
I love you guys. Well, you know what? Huge tie in there. I don't know. There's a post. Let me see if I can pull this up here on the Instagram real quick while I'm checking. The hotel internet was kind of fussy with me. I was getting a little scared. Like
the internet. Oh.
Yeah, I thought for a second there that we weren't going to possibly have internet for our internet radio show. Oh. Well, you know what? Right now, my Instagram isn't popping up, but I was just going to show a post that I put up because it was great. Because okay, so this is only my second parade to do, and I'm not going to get emotional. I got emotional.
Top hat was fire though.
Well, thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So the cool thing is, and I wish, gosh, why can't I have something work when I wanted to have it work? I made that coat it was finished at 3 a.m. Friday night, and the parade was on Saturday. I bought that coat on Amazon, and I really loved it. I went, oh, that's why I'm not logged in. Shoot. Okay, well, I'll have to come back to that.
Okay.
But yeah, I bought the coat off of Amazon, and it was called like a steampunk coat or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. I was trying to find something special. Originally, I was going for a tuxedo jacket with tails because I was playing a remix of "This Is Me" from The Greatest Showman. This
okay,
is
yes,
me?
yes.
Okay, and I was like, oh, that'll be cool. I'll get a top hat. I'll get a tails coat. That'll be really great. Well, all the tails coats on Amazon were actually relatively cheap, or they were really weird, like steampunk versions of not what I wanted for the coat. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'll just have to describe it everybody. Basically, it's a almost marching band uniform looking style of coat.
Yes, yeah.
It cuts off at the bottom. Well, I wanted to put my name on the back because that way, when you're in a parade like that, you don't typically have an opportunity to advertise for yourself. And by the way, it's a parade. You're on somebody else's float. It's not really your time. It would have been weird if I decorated the float covered in Rave Daddy and put one little Enterprise sign in the middle of it. I mean, it would have been great, but it would have been weird.
Next year. Next year. It's the Rave Daddy Robbie float.
Exactly.
Sponsored by Enterprise.
So about a month ago, I bought a laser etcher cutter, and I hadn't had many opportunities to use it. So I went and over the Joann's, which, if you're in the crafting or one of those people, Joann's remembers going out of business. They got everything marked down. I couldn't believe the store's already almost like half empty. I go in there and get vinyl for like a Cricut machine.
Okay.
And I cut it all out, and they had the largest, I'm like excited about this. They had the largest Cricut iron that you can put down on the stuff where you iron on designs and stuff on the shirts.
Yeah.
First time ever using my laser cutter to cut out a vinyl. I didn't even know how well it was going to work.
Yeah.
First time ever using one of those iron things. Bro, the results were fucking amazing.
Nice.
Like I couldn't
it looked
believe.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you can't feel the letters. That's
really?
How well they ironed onto the back of that coat.
Oh, wow.
Like you run your hand across it and you feel the smoothness from it, but you don't feel any edges.
The lump and like the
correct.
Yeah.
No edges or anything. And holy crap, when I peeled off the protective cover and the color was almost exact match of the coat, I blew my mind out. I literally was bouncing around my house for like 30 minutes. It was hard to go to bed. Yeah, it was hard to go to bed. It was hot though Saturday. Yesterday I didn't feel very well. I think I got a little too much sun, a little too long Saturday night.
Okay.
But it was great. They had over 140 or 50 floats in the parade. Great turnout.
Parade.
Yeah, it was pretty busy. I played a lot of great tunes. I can't help but when myself being a member of the gay as well.
Member of the gay.
The gay, yes. I'm 48, and I grew up, and when we would go to the gay bars and clubs, it's a lot of great dance music, a lot of great dance remixes.
Yep.
I've noticed historically over the years that it feels like there's been a push in open formats kind of replaced most of the LGBTQ bars. I think purposely though, because they feel like I think that they may think that's an in to get more people into bars.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. Some of these great dance songs and mega tunes can be a little much for some people.
Right.
And sometimes when they go on for 7 minutes, you're kind of like, yo, like, does this song end? but
that's it, though.
Yes, correct. Thank you.
That's it, though.
Thank you. That is correct. So when I was in the parade, I did end up playing a couple of those, like a remix of Dancing on My Own, Bulletproof by LaRue, I'm trying to think one of the other ones I played. But then I mixed another. Then I played Stephanie.
Oh yeah,
one of my favorite songs lately.
Yeah.
A couple newer tunes and it was a lot of fun. It really went well, and I liked it. Enterprise folks were super, super nice and happy, and
awesome.
They complimented me when they saw me roll up in my truck. I was like, "Oh, you're playing on our float again?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh." But I got a little emotional going home because I don't do many LGBTQ focused stuff because as I've explained to some people before, I'm a lot of other things before I'm a gay dude, and
I feel that.
Yeah. And so this is one thing, and it's kind of a big thing because in the Tampa Bay we have some of the largest Pride celebrations in the country.
Yep.
But what kills me, what really just gets
your gears.
No, gets in my heart.
Oh,
is,
okay.
Is when I'm done both at St. Pete Pride Parade and at Tampa, my phone just starts filling up with text messages and Instagram messages of videos and pictures of people of me.
Yeah.
Going down through the parade, and they're like, "Oh, there's Rave Daddy," or like, "Oh man, that's so cool," and all this kind of stuff. And I start seeing them, and then that's when I yesterday got me a little bit because I only did it at St. Pete Pride, but then I did it in Tampa, and then it happens all over again. And I was like, and I put on a post. I said, I said, I'm so glad you guys remember me because I'll never forget you.
Awesome, man.
So sorry that I got a little long-winded there, but
no, that's good. That's a great story. I love that for you, and I feel like. Because you get it, man. We've got to get you spending in a gay club because you get it, man. Like when I go and I spend, I'm in house most of the time. I'm in it,
and there's a lot of great house hits too.
Yeah.
So and that's fine. I like I said, I think here most of the clubs have wiggled a little bit on. Now I will tell you, there is one in Ybor, Bradley's, and I know Bradley. He's a good guy. I've known him for a long time. He usually has two DJs in the club, one in the right side and one on the left side. The left side is more club, the right side is more bar. And usually the guy that's playing on the right side actually is playing a little bit more dancey stuff and a little bit more of the remixes and stuff. Yeah. And the club guy is playing a bit more clubby music and stuff, and that's also where they have the drag shows. But like Cocktails Downtown, Enigma, and there's just here in the Tampa Bay, honestly, there's just not that many gay bars and clubs left. Yeah. But and that I find it oftentimes is just open format music.
Yeah, and there's nothing to it, nothing wrong with that. They spin it well, they do great. They spin a lot of house too. They spin a lot of house too.
Yep.
But I'd like to see you in there too.
Yeah, someday,
sometime at some point.
Well, my good friend Blake Blaze plays and also has the contract at Enigma, and then also my good friend Ace Vito, who is both incredibly talented DJs and all that. So, and I've mentioned them before, so maybe sometimes they'll ask me to slide in for a substitute or something.
Oh, I'm sure it's coming. All right, so that Ultra was this weekend.
Yes,
I've heard great things about it. It got rained out the last day, I think.
Yes. It was huge. Like, did you see the videos that was flooding?
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was flooding. It was like torrential rains and downpours and windy and everything. It was crazy.
I think that's the second time that's happened.
Yes.
Last year happened last year too.
They even had to start Factory Town didn't even open until 10 p.m.
I wonder what they're going to do about that.
I'm boring you? You can, if you want, I'll do the rest.
No.
Okay. Jeez, sorry.
I wonder what they're gonna do about. I wonder what they're gonna do about that.
I have to put up with here, right? You guys think I got it easy, but trust me, no.
I think they're gonna change the date. I think that's coming next year. I think the date's gonna move
because this rain weeks earlier.
Yeah, this rain.
The weather
is gonna. Yeah,
oh my God.
I think they're learning. They're
even
gonna learn.
2 weeks earlier, like the first week of March or something.
Wasn't it? Didn't it used to be earlier than?
I think the original one was like the first or second week of March, or maybe even the end of February.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that like that for long. Like just 2 or 3 ultras, and then boom, then they were all in.
Back.
Like always has been the 3rd or 4th week of March.
Yeah.
But that's also the problem. The calendar will shift, and then you end up on the 4th week of March. And as we all know as Floridians, there can be a big difference between the 3rd and the 4th week of March.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Rain showers. Ultra was good. I listened to a couple sets. Sam, she said that she really loved Sub Focus's set. I didn't get a chance
Sub
to hear that
Focus is drum and bass, is it not?
Yeah,
that's what I
she
thought.
said it was definitely like 150-ish, 160 something. So, I listened to Honey Love's set, and while I respect her completely, 100% in her talent, I don't know. The set wasn't quite there.
Didn't grab you the way you wanted.
Yeah, it didn't hit me. But she's very talented, no doubt. Mixing was fire. You know, I have no complaints there. Not like I'm, top critic out here, but it was good. It got good. It got better. Miami Music Week was a blast, bro. I mean, a blast. We had some ups and downs, like any road trip. Our Airbnb canceled the day of, like, within the hour of us getting there. Yeah.
Wait, hasn't that happened? Didn't that happen in Atlanta too as well? Wasn't the Airbnb dipped out on you or something?
No. Atlanta was a different story.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, bro, like maybe you just have some bad Airbnb.
No,
luck.
see, that Airbnb wasn't this time. It wasn't on me. This time, my buddy Havoc, JJ Havoc, he got it.
Oh,
but they suspected that he was gonna party when they put Seraphin's name on it. I think. But Seraphin, yes, we were all gonna group, and it was just like It was just the worst of things. Seraphin's he's known for partying. You can't.
These Airbnb owners are boring. You just.
Yeah. I mean, it's South Beach. Come on. Get over it. Let us party. Let us leave.
I mean, what do you think we're going to be doing?
But Miami Music Week was a blast. We had some ups. We got, we finally got everything situated.
And that was SideQuest, right?
Yeah. SideQuest was Wednesday night, thrown by Underground Productions Group and Trax Records and us. We helped out along with Liquid Entertainment. It's so much. DJ Rich, not our Rich, another Rich. Richard Hunt. He did interviews there with us. Actually, he made the interview pretty fun. And it's not easy to make an interview fun, but he did. It was a good job.
We've done it a few times where it's like,
I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's not easy.
Don't cut us short, bro.
No, of course not. He just made it really, really fun.
Shoot, we even do pretty good here now. Like
we do.
Yeah,
We started on time.
Yeah.
I walked in like
no
barely
technical
making
difficulties.
it.
I cracked whip and said, "Sit down. We're about ready to go on air."
Yeah. Let's go. So it was fun. SideQuest was good. We had about 4 or 5 artists come out from the label they put down. So thank you to all of those artists who played with us at SideQuest and coming down and hung with us. That was fun. Thank you so much. And then we had Foxhole the night before, which was, wow, that place is beautiful, man.
Oh yeah, where's that located at?
That's on the beach. It's like the only way to get in is through the back of a plaza.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so you go to the back of
cool.
a plaza, and it's in the alleyway, and it's called Foxhole. And the only way you'll know that it's Foxhole is that on the side window pane, which I don't even think it's real windows, is Fox, and then it has a blank box there. And that's the only way you'll know it's Foxhole. But it's a really great spot. The sound system there was amazing. They are very nice people. Seraphin, that was a Seraphin and Friends event. He's been doing that for 8 or 9 years, I believe he said. So we had a blast, man. That was honestly some of the best fun I had. Afterwards, we went to a place down the street where the only way in was through a porta potty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen that place.
Have you seen that? Yeah, that was pretty cool. We met.
It's on Washington, is it not? Was it in South Beach? Yes,
somewhere by. The only thing I can remember is that there's a Sunrise there, which is a marijuana dispensary. So I don't know what
you would remember that, wouldn't you?
I of course. But it was really cool. A Mexican spot there, and then you go through a porta potty, and you're into a whole nother club. It was really amazing.
Well, there's some really creative speakeasy stuff now these days. Like the way people are getting into it and stuff. One is a functioning restroom, except for I think the last urinal or something like that, or the door in the back of the restroom, and you open it up like it's a storage closet, and you walk into the speakeasy.
Yeah, that's so cool.
We had not dirty. Yeah, dirty
Oh, yeah,
laundry.
dirty
We had
laundry,
dirty
yes.
laundry where you opened up. It was a real laundry, but then you opened up the one and you walked in and went into the club.
Yes. So see, things like that are pretty cool. I think we need more of that around the city because the amount just on their little island of little adventures you could go on was so cool, and it's like such an attraction.
I know. I really I like. Again, I was fine not making it. I'm trying so hard to lock into our radio station. I got your account pulled up on Google, and I can't. My
for the
bookmarks.
calls?
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, for the calls, but I'm just trying. Because we talked about playing the music. I just felt a reason to explain to you why I look so lost all of a sudden. And all I need to do is log into AzureCast. And I swear to God, I cannot Google and find the login link for the life of me. It's hilarious.
I'll have to.
I think it's AzureCast.login.azurecast.com. Anyways, I'm sorry. But yeah, I do like going to Miami. I always told people that if I'm going to move again, I suspect I would probably, either back to LA or Miami. I lived in LA for 3 years. I freaking loved LA. Love LA so.
I've been contemplating LA actually.
So much fun, and I'll tell you what the greatest part about LA is that it's great to be out there because I grew up in Ohio and watching TV, watching the Grammys, watching the, what's the music one? No, that is the Oscars.
Grammys, yeah,
Oscars and all
film.
that stuff.
Yeah.
You see all this stuff, and when you're young and growing up in a town of like 40,000 people in Northwest Ohio, all of that stuff seems a little like almost fake, like almost it's like Disney kind of shit you're watching on TV.
Yeah.
And then you move out there and you actually see it.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge movie buff. If you're into movies or just any of that kind of stuff, and then you finally, and I've been on all the major movie lots out there, Universal, Paramount, both of the, it's CBS. I can't think of what the CBS ones are now. But both of the CBS lots where they're filming, at the Fox lot where Star Wars was done, and Family Guy, I worked on that lot for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
But it's cool. You walk on there, and one of the neatest things is when I was doing business with NBC Universal, and I went to the one television station that's actually attached to Universal Studios, and the Universal studio lot is my contractor badge. Nobody even questioned me, and I just walked right in and walked right in back. And you can just, as long as you're not doing anything crazy, you can just walk all the way up and down. Don't be going and opening doors and screaming and yelling, "Hey, can I watch?" Because that's not going to work.
Yeah.
But
you just stay in the back shadow.
You look. You don't go in any of the buildings, but you walk by. Oh, there's CSI LA and and stuff, and then sometimes you see actors and they're just walking around like some of them real humble and they don't have bodyguards and all that stuff, and then some of them you never see.
I have to check it out. I am very curious about Los Angeles. It's really on my. I've been there a few times, but I've never really got to like indulge. Every time I went there, I took it like a vacation rather than a business trip. Correct. So I think I'm gonna go again. Yes. Do more business. When
you go out there, when you live out there,
yeah,
then you start finding out about everything else. I'm just having a tough day over here right now.
Yo, NJP, what's up, my dude? Thank you for tuning in with us. We really appreciate you. All the way in Detroit, in Michigan, man. I see you be doing some things. Movement got rained out. He said last year too. So hopefully you guys don't get rained out this year. I have a buddy of mine going to Movement, so I want to go, but I don't know, man. I got family up there. There's no reason I should be able to go to Movement.
Yes,
I have family that I could stay with. I could.
You know how massive of a techno fan I am, and it's funny that I've actually never been to Movement, and all my friends are like, "Why haven't you ever been to Movement?" And I was like, "Because
we might have to look into that this year."
Might
do a group thing.
It's just Movement's one of the, I got to travel. It can get real expensive when you got to travel out of state for a music festival.
It does. It adds up. Juan Cruz said Thursday and Friday Factory Town was the best.
I bet.
Oh man, I wish I could have went. I wish I could have stayed for the weekend. But next year I'm gonna plan better. That's my problem, is I never plan for these. They come up. About 2 months out, they come up in the radar, and I'm like, oh, let me figure out something now. No, we can't do that again. Next year, we've got to
you can do it two different ways. I have friends that, of course, plan months in advance. For example, I mentioned that we myself and Gio Leone have already bought our camping room and all that kind of stuff. But what we ended up doing, though, you kind of have to. We bought our ticket. They went on sale at 1. We bought them at 1 and 30 seconds rather. But I also have friends that will wait till literally 2 days before the event, and then there's people, the last minute cancellation. They're just trying to get anything for their ticket.
Yeah.
And I've been told by multiple people that's the way to go. I've been told by people.
To get your ticket at the last minute?
Yeah, like day before and stuff. As long as you're not worried about scamming and you play your cards right and you pay attention.
Yeah.
I had a friend just a year ago or two at EDC, and he had one of the guest bands that you get that gives you generally all access.
Oh, wow.
To EDC, and he told me he paid like $1,000 for it. So $1,000, and you EDC for 3 days includes food, drink, and access to the backstage and the stages.
Last minutes, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you know what we got to do? We got to plan the stay, the lodging, and the things like that. We can grab tickets.
See, that's one of the nice things about camping. It includes the room and all that
love
stuff.
That.
So all you got to do is just spend the money and show up, and then you can bring all your alcohol with you if you want to. You can bring all your food with you. We're me and Gio are probably going to do VIB, very important bird.
Yeah.
And that actually includes breakfast every day, which is a $30 value. Which 3 days.
3 days. Yeah.
That's $90 right there, and a VIB is like $250. So technically, you just brought that down. What's $250 minus $90? $160.
There you go.
And then it gets you some other access and stuff. Now I'm like advertising for home base, but anyways.
But listen, Dirty Bird is let's go, man. It's one of the best. It literally is.
Yep.
It's all in one package. You get everything. You get to, you get to have great music. You get to have your people around you. You get to sleep comfortably. If you're sleeping, you get to, you just get to have a blast.
And the operative statement is you can sleep.
Yes, you can sleep.
Or could.
Yeah. So, guys, again, we're giving away a free shirt. If you want to give us a call, 727-342-0550. You have a chance to win a Humble Bass shirt, which we just announced our first artist development for Humble Bass, which is Ginger Ale. So, big ups to you, Ginger Ale. Thank you for joining the team. We can't wait to work with you. Let's see. What else? We got 2 more minutes till we got Jenny Z coming in. Maybe we can go to break.
Well, we can hear it in a second too. I was just trying to.
Did you have
anything else that we wanted to cover from last weekend? I don't know. Like, our friends. Cannot get this page. Our friends at Blur nightclub again.
Oh yes. Did you play Sunday?
You know what? Unfortunately,
did it rain?
I was not feeling great.
Oh, that's right. You were sick from the sun.
Yeah, I was a little. Yeah, like I said, I unfortunately had to cancel on Blake, and I feel really bad about that. But he said we're going to try and do it again and all that.
Okay, good.
Looks like we did actually have somebody call at like 648 from a 404 area code. If you call us and for some odd reason we don't answer, just give us a call back. I called us and it worked earlier, so
yeah,
I promise. I didn't ignore you.
Chris
that was
Lake,
actually Monday. I'm sorry. I'm ridiculous. Don't worry about me.
Oh, Chris Lake, he killed his set.
Oh, no, today is Monday.
I do want to hear some Miami Music Week stories, so if you want to call in and give us some of those. You know what? It was our first week not at Saigon. Man,
Right.
What a
Are you
crazy.
Are you getting a little verklempt over there?
Week. It was a crazy week at Miami Music Week. I just soaked in that it was our first week without Saigon. But I saw some videos with Gio Leone, Gio's, and it looked
Gio
like
and
they
Leo,
had a blast.
They played.
Gio and Leo V at Nimbus. So, looked like they had a blast.
Yeah, good turnout. I talked to Gio about that. He said it was a good turnout and whatnot. And then they have their official start will be this week on Thursday for the Nimbus events hosting now at Saigon Blonde on Thursdays. And then, of course, as a reminder, you also have Rave Daddy hosting every second and fourth Thursday at Saigon Blonde as well.
Nice, man. That'll be a good time. I can't wait to come out and support you guys.
We're so close to be able to go to that commercial break.
Well, I was just looking. Insomniac and Tomorrowland are partnering up. Did you see that for EDC Las Vegas?
Yeah, but I've mentioned this to
How many
multiple.
people can fit in a Sphere? Not a lot, right? That place, they're gonna need to like do more than that.
I kind of slightly worry just a tiny bit because, the monopoly of said group on the festival world and who have even bought into clubs and stuff. I just hope it is in fact just a partnership.
Okay.
Just a partnership,
Yeah.
and there isn't anything weird going on.
I mean, you would hate to see a company monopolize the environment because then
Correct.
everything's the same. No, and then you go, it's hard
Correct.
to break into the scene, but they do it right, and I don't think there's not very many other people doing it.
Absolutely,
to the par.
absolutely. I'm glad that we have people dedicated to this.
Yeah.
It's just that we've just seen them purchase a lot over the past few years.
Yeah.
And if you actually think about it and look at it in the grand scheme of things, that company is number one, and coming to the next company that does festivals, it's like
It's a jump.
way down at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Way. There is no
Yeah.
competition at all, period, for that company in the scene. And I just get a little worried because I'm like, oh no, don't buy Tomorrowland too.
Yeah.
Because
Then you're
Tomorrowland does
going
okay on their own.
Yeah, I mean they are the Insomniac of Europe.
Correct.
So I feel that. It's always wishy-washy when it comes into business. But, big ups to them. I think it's going to be a great time. I'm still curious on how they plan on fitting everybody in there, or if they're going to take up the space around it as well.
Those tickets are going to be expensive.
Oh, yeah. It's a $400 or $500 ticket. Maybe start at $450. It used to probably start at $450, right?
Yeah.
Or it was $300 before.
It's just one night, though, right? Or is it multiple days?
EDC Las Vegas was multiple days before, wasn't it?
Right. But it's not EDC Las Vegas, is it? Las Vegas? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Are they
Maybe I
replacing it? Oh, I didn't actually read. I'm going to have to admit, I didn't actually read up on it.
Let me see. I did pull it up, but I just heard about it. It's just news, so maybe it's something that you guys can...
Could still be developing and whatnot.
Yeah, you guys... Collaborative Vegas Sphere. Okay, it's just an event. No, 3-day run over Labor Day weekend. So this is an EDC Las Vegas, basically, isn't it?
Oh, Labor Day weekend?
EDM Festival Behemoth takes over the high-tech Las Vegas Sphere for a 3-day run over Labor Day weekend 2025. Yeah, that's going to be sick. That's insane.
Yeah, but that's also including EDC Vegas. Mm-hmm. Wow, they're just going to have pools full of...
That's brought to you by EDM News, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Check out EDM News.
that's going to be crazy.
EDM.com.
I'm assuming everything in the Humble House Records folder on our website is Humble House Records music, right?
So, yes, we can.
No, I'm asking you. They're all like, if I'm not going to play anything that's going to get flagged on YouTube or anything, am I? In that folder?
Oh, no. That's all our stuff.
Yeah, in Azure Cast under the Humble House Records folder where all the files are. Those are all actual Humble House
Yes, those
artists.
are all
Okay,
of ours.
good.
Yep.
That's what I was asking.
Yep, you could play that. They may flag us, but we can whitelist it.
Correct.
It'll be all right.
Okay.
All right. Oh, yeah. So NJP said, I would like to see Tomorrow World come back using the infrastructure of Insomniac. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow World was Georgia.
That's right.
And then that was the one that also can rain. Isn't it funny how so many of these actually... But you know what? That just shows how, in some cases, how much shoestring or on a, like, literally on a... the thinnest ice some of these some of these guys operate on.
Yeah.
That a major rainstorm just comes through for one day and, yeah, we're done. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Because then they have to actually file that insurance claim.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they're already paying millions and millions and millions of dollars for the insurance anyways.
Yeah.
And then you got stupid kids who slip and fall and break things in the mud, or they all decide to start dancing in the rain and all that kind of stuff. And then they're just suddenly, oh, yeah, we're going to spend, $140 million to make $5 million, or something like that.
Yeah.
It just, but we also all know music festivals are just nothing but cash cows anyhow. If you're taking the alcohol sales boom.
Oh,
You're,
yeah.
That's,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
You've made
you're
your money
done-
back, yeah.
I mean, from the first night, they're just dumping a little truck. They'll be in my pool in my backyard. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, you know,
They
what
don't
was,
even take cash at festivals anymore, do they?
right. It's all
It's
electronic.
digital. These guys are just making money overnight.
Who was
Sleeping.
Donald Duck's uncle or grandfather that was the rich one?
Oh, yes. What was his...
I keep thinking Scrooge McDuck, but that's
No.
Christmas. Yeah,
his
I
name
can't-
might have been Scrooge.
No.
But it might have been Scrooge.
Really?
It might have been Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, maybe. Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it was.
Was it Scrooge McDuck?
Maybe. If you
Anyways,
know, give us a call.
Yeah. Fill us in full of completely useless facts that Robert brings up on the radio.
Yes. Well, we're going to, with that, we are going to go to our commercial break and we're going to come back. We're going to chat with our guest, who is Jenny Z. She is not new to the scene, but fairly new in terms of the amount of, DJing she's been doing. She's been all over the place. So we will be back right after this commercial break with Jenny Z.
I accidentally kind of did that the way I wanted to. See you guys in
like
a few minutes, and we're going to let you actually see what goes on behind the scenes now back here. So you'll get to check it out a little bit and enjoy some of DJ Sueno here during the break.
Yeah, Pamela.
No le gusta la carretera, no le gusta la carretera, no le gusta la carretera, por eso yo le digo chuchu, dame la 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 chuchu, no le gusta la carretera, por eso yo le digo chuchu, dame la 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 chuchu. No le gusta la carretera, por eso yo le digo chuchu, dame la 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 chuchu. No le gusta la carretera, por eso yo le digo chuchu, dame la 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 chuchu. No le gusta la carretera, 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 no le gusta no le gusta la carretera. Llama a mí si tienes que velar, tú dices no me amores de que estaba en la cola. A las 18 fui yo que quité la cola. Te gusta que te den manazo, duro y fuerte con la fuerza de Pegaso. En la cama ya no quiere bagazo. Y que le entra fotazo. Despégale los brazos, no te va a buscar un caso. Despégale los brazos, no te va a buscar un caso. Despégale los brazos, no te va a buscar un caso. Despégale los brazos, no te va a buscar un caso. Llama a mí si tienes que velar, tú dices no me amores de que estaba en la cola. A las 18 llama a mí si tienes que velar, tú dices no me amores de que estaba en la cola. A las 18 llama a mí si tienes que velar, tú dices no me amores de que estaba en la cola. A las 18 llama a mí si tienes que velar, tú dices no me amores de que estaba en la cola. A las 18 llama a mí si tienes que velar, tú dices no me amores de que estaba en la cola. A las 18 llama a mí si tienes que velar, tú dices no me amores de que estaba en la cola. A las 18 llama a mí si tienes que velar, tú dices no me amores de que estaba en la cola. A las 18 llama a mí si tienes que velar, tú dices no me amores de que estaba en la cola. A las 18 no le gusta la carretera, por eso yo le digo chuchu, dame la 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 chuchu. No le gusta la carretera, por eso yo le digo chuchu, dame la 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 chuchu.
All right. How's everybody doing? Welcome back.
Yay.
You
Hello.
saw our little new break format here where we're now actually playing some of our Humble House artists.
Humble House originals.
During the break, for the time being, as opposed to having you guys listen to the same commercials you've been listening to now for 3 months.
I know.
We're working on sponsorship. I think that's all going well.
We do have some folks working on sponsorship for us. But if you want to sponsor, please reach out to humblehouserec@djketone.com. Myself or Sam Volume will
Hello, everybody.
answer you. We got our guest of honor. What's up, Jenny?
Oh, hi.
Jenny Z.
Welcome to the party.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Volume joined us as well.
Hello, everybody.
Over there looking so sun-kissed.
If you've missed our Cabana
And I just now
Club,
noticed it's kind of half sun kissed too. A little bit, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's a light.
why I look half.
You got a
No,
little.
it's
You're
the
a little.
light.
Yeah.
It could be. You never know.
I'm teasing.
Have
She fell
sun-kissed.
asleep on the beach at 7 in the
She
morning.
did yesterday,
Yeah,
I
actually.
did.
Yep.
Every time I go out there, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
it's been
just-
beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a day, but
Yeah. Big day.
but yeah, it was fun.
Cabana Club rentals.
Cabana Club guys.
If you guys missed the commercial, get your Cabana
No, they
Club
didn't.
rentals.
No commercial this time.
I know
Yes.
they missed it
Oh.
because it's been the first week
Yes.
without it.
It has been. It's a new week
Yeah.
without things.
Yeah.
So welcome, Jenny Z.
Jenny, hello.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Yes, and how long have you been DJing now?
I've been DJing for 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flew.
Time? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I remember, I started right before you, so
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Really? So it's been about like two.
yeah, the
little
same
over
for
2
me.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
time flew
cool.
by.
Very cool. How's your experience been so far?
Great.
Yeah.
Great. I love it. It's I've had a lot of side quests in life, and this has been a side quest that I've really, really enjoyed.
I feel that so hard.
Well, you don't. Yeah, because you don't DJ full time, right?
No.
Do you want to tell the people what you do? And you don't have to go in
Yeah.
your job, but like
Give us
what
your address where you work.
Yeah.
What color car do you drive?
Unemployment. Yeah. I'm actually a chemist, so my background's in chemistry. I have my
neat.
master's in chemistry, and I was working as a beer chemist in Wisconsin before moving down here.
Okay.
So,
That had to be a fun job.
so
Hell
fun.
yeah.
So fun.
I bet
Yeah.
you guys partied all the time, huh?
Yeah, drinking beer on the job.
Oh my gosh.
just a
You
test.
had to do that?
Actually, there is a sensory panel for quality control that people are trained extensively to be on the sensory panel and drink beer during the workday, and I was on that panel.
Oh,
What?
nice.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Nice.
I think we have a lot of breweries here in St. Pete, and I think a lot of people don't actually realize how much chemistry and science there is involved. I mean, there isn't all cooking, but like in making beer,
Yeah.
like proper flavoring, the balance of all the ingredients,
can imagine.
yeah, it's crazy.
I can't
Yeah.
imagine.
I could talk about beer for hours. It's so fascinating.
That's a different
Wow.
show, but
yeah, not today, but yeah, I was a beer chemist in Wisconsin, and then I decided just maybe working in a lab wasn't great for me. I mean, I was living in Wisconsin, so working in a lab.
how long ago was that?
I've been living here for going on 3 years.
Okay.
About. Yeah. So
I noticed it kind of got a little bit of still going on there from
Oh.
the Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
You said it was going to come out.
But I packed up my car and moved down here, and I didn't know what I was going to do, but I was hoping to find something where I could use my chemistry background
Okay.
and work remotely. I was like, I just want to be in my sweatpants all day.
Nice.
And
I know that
so I'm working as a project manager in the pharmaceutical industry.
Okay.
So I can still use my background in chemistry, and then, during the week I'm at home, and then on the weekends I'm out and about, and it works out perfectly.
Yeah, you're DJing a lot. You've been DJing a lot
Yeah,
lately.
quite a bit. Yeah.
What's been your favorite experience so far?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, hard to say. El Paso was really fun.
Oh,
El
I
Paso
really like
was a
traveling,
blast.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to deal with that first night of cooking. I swear I can cook better than that.
What? No, that was
Oh,
great.
God.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
What'd you-
Wait, did you burn something?
It was the chicken was so bad. We didn't have like any oil. We didn't have any butter. It was.
I didn't think
What,
that was bad
did you
at
stay at
all.
like an
Oh, I don't-
extended stay place or something?
Yeah.
Or,
We
an
grabbed an Airbnb and everybody
Yeah.
like chipped
they
in.
didn't have much.
No, they didn't have
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
for us to work with.
I can't remember it being that bad, so it
No.
was then. What?
I get cooked better. I felt like it was so bad.
Remember when you're going on the road, Airbnb in it, you either go to Aldi Or you go to Walmart and you just buy the smallest bottles of everything and just leave it all there. Worst case, you're throwing out like $15 worth of something.
I know. I should have, but we worked with what we could have.
Yeah.
But that trip was so fun.
Well, I didn't leave that trip saying you made bad chicken.
Me neither. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a memory of that, so I think that's in your head, babe. And I'm sorry you feel
held
that
on
way.
to that. I held on to that.
No, let go of that.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
Now
let
you're
go.
making
of
me
that.
think about what I want for dinner.
Next week, though. Next week.
Yeah.
But
Ketone's cooking.
Yes. next
Well,
week.
and the pool is crystal clear right now. Looks like a
Okay.
sheet of glass.
Oh, let's have a barbecue.
Yeah, the only thing that I might have a snake nest on one end of it, but that will be rectified before any parties.
No problem.
Yeah, I mean, or anything, it'll just get rid of my friends I don't want.
There you go. Pop a snake on.
Yep, get out of here.
Gabby Rose just joined us. What's up, Gabby Rose? She said, Jenny.
Love
So
Gabby.
El Paso is your favorite moment?
It was one of the
so
most
far?
memorable.
Cool.
DJing
I think for me-
and traveling, I think, is
Yeah,
just
so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Locks in
It's
that
where
core
it's
memory.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. cool.
Yeah, Alter Ego has been a really other cool spot I love DJing at.
I haven't been there yet.
How often are you there? Are you there often?
I played there once last year.
Okay.
And that's really cool because I love like cocktail, sexy lounges.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
anything on a boat. I love DJing on a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do it for free. Anyone who has a boat.
All right.
Hit her up.
Give me a minute.
You
Give
got
me
a
a minute.
boat.
I'm working on that.
You getting a boat, Rave Daddy?
Eventually, someday.
Oh, Rave Daddy on a boat?
That's the
Uh-oh.
idea.
On a yacht.
That's the idea, at least.
On a yacht. So you also had a pop-up recently.
On a yacht. I own a yacht. It's a boat. That's a yacht, not a boat. I'm sorry. Go on. Apologize.
You Rave Daddy. You did a pop-up at Kawa just recently.
Yeah.
That looked so cool.
Yeah,
and
they're doing
fun.
a series of pop-ups. I don't know when the next one will be, but yeah, DJ Fresh, Doug, he's amazing.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, and he's working with Kawa Coffee to do these series of pop-ups. So
Nice.
that's cool. I love day parties. I
Yeah,
mean,
day
I'll
parties
play
are
at
nice.
3 a.m. if like I have to, but the day parties are so much fun.
Yeah.
That's where
You
it's
have
at.
all your energy.
Yes. You did another one with Dougie at Fresh.
Dougie Fresh.
DJ Fresh
DJ
at. That did come to my mind. DJ Fresh at the Dolly, right?
Yeah, the Dolly Museum.
Yes.
That was actually one of the coolest.
That looked
ones.
really
Yeah,
cool.
That was
looked
so
cool.
much fun.
Yeah.
And it was they're celebrating 100 years of surrealism, and they just went like all out for that.
love
And
that.
people's costumes. I mean, you could really tell they like planned and prepared for that. So that was really cool to DJ at a museum.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else about you? What else about like your DJ journey so far? Like you guys had some topics you were coming in here with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
we were.
do you date in the DJ scene or do you?
Here we go.
Yeah. I mean,
we go.
that's how we met. We met.
Yeah.
We both are in the scene. We
yeah.
DJ.
You know what? For safety factor, I'm just going to mute my microphone now.
I had to bring it up.
Well, we were just talking about dating and being able to balance dating and
And
DJ,
oh, and
yeah. Or just
it's
being
yeah,
in the
just in
scene.
general too. Yeah.
Yeah.
and different takes on it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I have before. I
Yeah.
have dated in the scene, and we're kind of. I think people have like different perspectives. It could be one of two
Yeah.
ways. Either people are like, "No way, I'm not crossing that,"
Yeah.
or "Yes, this actually works," because like you guys, you understand that you're out to 3 a.m. working your butt off. You're not there
Yeah.
to like drink.
You really have
and
to find somebody
fun
that
and-
understands
yeah,
that too.
That
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
and that can support you and motivate you and like be there for you.
You cannot be a
and-
DJ and be dating like a church girl or guy. That ain't going to work.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
maybe, maybe
Maybe
someone
if they're
can.
understanding.
DJ church, I suppose. But
DJ the church.
I think there's two complete opposite people that some say yes and some say no. If
Yeah.
you are a no, that you can call us
Yeah.
at 727-342-0550 and
Yes.
tell us your perspective.
Yes, we know Danielle calling ASAP and be like, no.
It's her dad's birthday.
Yes.
It
I don't know if
is?
it's
Oh,
today,
happy
if they're
birthday to
celebrating or
Danielle's
if she's
dad.
watching. But happy birthday to your dad, Danielle.
Yes, we miss you.
But call in.
But she
'cause
would say no.
We need to. We
No?
need her.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
she hit
Yeah.
some road bumps, I think, in that path
Probably.
in the
Yeah.
past. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably.
And we were talking about DJs, like big DJ couples.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if they DJ together. Because
Yeah.
remember, we met someone this weekend.
Yes.
She said she couldn't DJ with her boyfriend because they would
Yes.
get mad at each other when they
And
would
she
go back
was
to
so
back.
serious
She was
about it.
Some
very,
people have been
Like,
burned.
very,
Yeah.
very passionate about this.
Well, but again, it's going back to back. And I just had a conversation with somebody the other day, and I was like, going back to back is not two separate DJs playing music for the crowd. Going back to back is a cooperative effort between two separate DJs to produce an experience.
Yes.
And that isn't necessarily easy.
Yeah.
I'm not bragging, but I've gotten lucky. I've had most people tell me I'm actually easy to go back to back with. My good friend Curtis James is actually really easy to go back to back
Oh,
with.
Curtis is great.
Yeah, Curtis can really do a good job of just jumping
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
in there and what.
Yeah.
And I'm good at that too. I can just kind of follow along and stuff. But then there's other people like that you just like, oh no, like go away. Like, and it can be really hard. So I
Yeah.
can understand,
Yeah.
getting to my point, if you are a couple and maybe one or both of you are not good at going back to back, I can see how that could certainly cause some friction
Yeah.
behind
Oh,
the desk.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it'd be
yeah.
hella entertaining, but it can cause some friction behind
Or
the
if you already
It would be.
are fighting or
Yeah.
anything going on behind
suddenly like
the
a CDJ
desk.
just flips over the DJ console
Don't
onto
know
the
what
floor.
happened.
Yeah. I could so effortlessly go back to back with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy.
Oh.
Yeah,
It
you
is
guys
easy.
are so much fun. This is
This
fun.
is fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but so then we were talking about other DJs that go back to back.
Yeah.
So Jenny named some that we
Yeah.
didn't know.
Who?
Yeah. Well, there's Azeka and Kai,
From
Gorgon, City.
Oh, I didn't know they go back to back.
Yeah, they have before.
Yeah.
I know like Dom Dollar and Linska, but they haven't gone back to back before.
Yeah.
Subtronics.
Subtronics.
Subtronics and his wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Isn't
they were just on Ultra.
Nervo? I thought Nervo is a couple.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah,
Nervo a couple?
Nervo.
Yeah, the two girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Seven
James
Lions and his
James
two
Hyde,
wives.
Tita Lau.
Who? Wait, who'd you say?
Seven Lions and his two wives.
No, Ray. Really?
Yeah, and while his two wives now are also a DJ couple by themselves, and then
No
he DJs
way.
with the.
the tea,
Yes.
guys.
I'm gonna go
We're
look
spilling.
this up.
Yeah,
No
well, no.
way.
Seven Lions is a polygamist.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Oh,
He has,
interesting.
he has two wives. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
He's,
have to
he's
look this
freaky
up.
like that, but you know what? He's odd enough that he can be freaky like
Yeah.
that. I can't even get one husband, let alone have a problem of two.
That's crazy.
I'm not
okay,
bitter
I
or
didn't know
anything
that.
like that.
I'm gonna have to do some
You
research.
heard it here first.
Yeah. By the way, is
Probably
your
not,
headphones
but-
loud enough for you? Because it looks like you're like really low.
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Do you hear us loud?
Yeah. No, I think she's. No,
I-
did she go?
Was that you?
You,
Is
yeah,
this
she's
you?
on. No, that's the.
Oh, okay.
No, I think that's
I
the other
can-
knob.
Kind of.
I can't count the knobs from here.
Are we low to you?
No.
No, she's good. She's good. No, they're all turned up. Yeah.
Okay.
The other
I
ones.
kind of can
yeah.
hear you guys in this room.
Yeah. Well, sure.
Yeah.
Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah,
by
we
the
got
way.
Talk
you.
louder. Okay.
I actually
Great.
thought it was like I was going to tell Volume. I was going to. She sounds really great, doesn't she? Yeah, I was going to say that.
It could go either way.
NJP said humble house boat parties in the future.
Yes.
Why did you?
Ooh.
How
Yeah.
you reading
How-
my mind?
how do
sir?
you know?
Hey, stop reading my emails, sir.
He's great. He's from Michigan.
Yes,
Too.
yes. Oh, that. Yeah, NJP.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We gotta go to. You've been to Movement, yeah,
That was my first EDM show back when it was Demp
yeah.
in 2011.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I saw Adventure Club
Oh,
and I saw Nina
Adventure
Kravis.
I love it. I
Wow.
love Adventure
Yeah.
Club.
Me
They
too.
actually were one of the first groups that really got me back into EDM.
too.
Yeah,
Because
they were
when
my
I was
gateway.
when I was a kid, I loved EDM. I loved techno house, all of the subgenres of dubstep and trap, and then
Theirs fell like perfectly
Oh my
in
God.
all
and
of it.
all of that, and then I got into hip hop really heavily. And then I was like, "Oh, I'm tired of this. It's making me angry." And then I found Adventure Club and flight facilities, right?
Yes.
And Adventure Club kind of disappeared. Like you don't
Yes.
really
I
see them play, and
know.
they played it here for
They played
5,
at
6
Sunset.
years. Yeah.
Sunset a few years
Yeah.
ago.
Sunset at the Ritz.
They played at the Ritz a while
Yeah.
ago.
I think they played at Shepherd's when they were still doing all that kind of stuff, and they were good. They're kind of like the standard, a main stage kind of group, but I think they did it well, and they played a nice little selection of music.
Mm-hmm.
Remember our good friend Sakali and his business partner in that used to do quite a few boat things too, and they brought on like Sage Armstrong and Gene Ferris and Laverne Dupree and stuff like that. Yeah, those were good, and they were really intimate, So, but then there's another group here that suddenly announced that they're going to be doing a boat party now. So, all of us have these great ideas.
Well,
We just all do.
I love how you say to that. I love it too, man. Listen, it's what we got to do. It's I realized that even in big business, you got to worry about people
Always
moving your ideas, and whoever gets to this idea first, and it's crazy.
I mean, I had somebody like yank a rental deal out of me 2 weekends ago. That happens.
no.
Oh man.
Yeah,
NJP said that you're a little lower. Maybe if you want to hold the mic closer.
Oh,
That might work. I don't know.
Yeah,
Thanks, NJP.
you have to eat our microphones.
Yeah, thank
It's just these are even
Debate.
worse. You notice I actually have this one, like it's crazy, but yeah.
Gabby
Anyways.
Rose says day parties is where it's at.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Gabby and I have talked
But-
about this too.
Yeah.
Okay, what's pool or beach?
Ooh.
Oh,
we have to pick?
so I just say pool.
I'd say
'cause
pool if I'm getting in the water for sure.
I say pool because the beach. We talked about this. Sand gets everywhere.
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 And it's like
Oh, it's
too
still on my
much
shoes.
to like bring. It's still on my toes.
Yeah.
Literally.
I know. It's too much to bring your stuff out. I don't know. And not like the sun is just beaming
Yes.
all the
At the
time.
beach, yeah. So I mean, I love the beach.
Me
Yeah.
too.
But X out the sand part. That just comes with the territory. But yeah, you sit on that beach and you are straight up on a frying pan sometimes. Like
Yeah.
especially in the middle of July, you're like, let's all go to the beach, and it's great for like 30 minutes,
It's
and also
hard
you're
to
like,
party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really
Yeah.
party.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
beach.
Correct.
You get so drained.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened with the parade last weekend. I
Oh,
just like
Jenny was at the parade.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
see ya.
Wow.
Sorry.
I was the one bouncing off the float and dancing around in a Rave Daddy Robbie.
Yeah.
So,
And his top hat.
and my top hat, yes.
So tell us, what's the future of Jenny Z?
Well, I just got back my first track mastered this past weekend.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we haven't heard it yet?
Well,
Come on.
yeah, I'll play it for you
What?
guys after.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually, I've had the bones for it for about 6 months, and I was just, sometimes you can just sit there for 8 hours
Yeah.
and you do a lot, and sometimes you don't feel like you did anything at all.
Yeah.
And I just like plugged myself in for a weekend and knocked it out. And I think I just really wanted to rip the Band-Aid off because I could have worked on this for another 6 months.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like perfectly imperfect.
Good.
It's my first one. I just wanted to get it out there.
Yes. What style?
It's melodic techno.
Okay.
Ooh.
What BPM?
It's about 129.
All right.
Yeah, it's a little bit higher.
Okay.
I don't
I'm
know why I
interested.
totally blanked on that. Yeah.
No, that's fine. I get it. Melodic techno.
Yeah,
Is
melodic
it
techno.
driving? Is it floaty, melodic? What is it?
It's a little bit of both. It's like there's a lot of like breaks. I didn't want to like fill it with too much because I felt like I kept on adding things, and I ended up like just taking it away and kind of just making it a little bit more simple.
Okay.
But
Simpler the better.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and I was trying to find vocals for it. I couldn't find the right vocals, so I just ended up doing without any vocals.
Okay.
And
Did you have vocal ideas?
no.
No. Okay.
It's just I would love to record. We were talking about this.
Yeah.
I would love to record my own vocals. But I just really use like Splice. Look at that for inspiration.
Yes.
I think for my next track, I would love to use some sort of vocals, but for this one, it was just it was more about where I was at like emotionally, and there was no vocal that resonated with it, and I just wanted to get it out. I just wanted my first track to be like out there, and I'm proud about that. I don't know. It's not like I wanted to sign it or anything or like play it out a lot. I just wanted to like commemorate
Yeah.
that like moment in time.
This is Jenny Z in a nutshell who finished the song.
What's it
Yeah.
called?
It's actually low tide because
Okay.
I was thinking about like, low tide, the gravitational pull between like the moon and the tides, and how you're kind of in this like low
like that.
tide, and it's like the moment before something big comes. And I felt like I've been
I
in
love
this like
this.
waiting moment in life where you're kind of like waiting for something to happen, and that's why I called it low tide.
Very cool.
Wow,
what,
I love that.
What DAW do you use?
I use Ableton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. How about you guys?
Logic.
Logic? Do you like Logic?
I love Logic.
Okay.
I'm an Ableton guy, but I
Ableton,
don't
yeah.
really do much though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ableton's cool. I have it, but it's so difficult.
I started with Ableton.
You know what? But you're Mac people.
I am.
Yeah,
I am.
and Mac people love Logic.
I am.
And I think it's kind of like that. Logic and FL Studio. FL Studio is very point and click focused, as I like to describe it when we're talking about operating systems or computers and whatnot.
Yeah.
And people that are point and click focused or like to do that, which Macs afford them, oftentimes FL Studio, oftentimes Logic. Ableton, though, you can go in and you can adjust every single little thing and move and tweak and do and click and put in values and all that stuff that a lot of times are automatically done for you on a lot of software stuff in Mac. And that's nothing against Mac. I'm just saying that's how it works. Some of us are logical and love to be technical, and others are just do the work for me.
Yes.
And
yes.
and
It's
so
crazy that you
yeah.
say that, but because before I became a full-time entrepreneur, I had an Android phone because I could tinker with it. I could change the OS.
Yeah.
I could do all this other stuff. And then I became an entrepreneur, and I was like, nah, everything needs to be done for me ASAP,
yeah.
quickly.
I used to have an
as
Android
possible.
too.
Yeah.
So iPhone for life.
Yeah.
no, I'm an
Apple.
Android
yeah.
all Android all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
All day, all night. But I think that's very clear why I'm Android all day, all night.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a technical guy. I get it. I would love it. Oh, and JP said he's FL Studio forever.
See,
yeah.
once you start there,
I'm
though,
not
I
an FL
heard-
Studio friend, though. I don't.
Start
FL Studio is
there.
like, okay.
I tried FL Studio and I couldn't get more than a kick and a clap.
My my rhythm producing roommate is FL Studio.
Yeah, it works really well for who it works for.
Yeah.
You know, like if they are FL
As each
Studio
one does,
people.
I feel, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like Alejandro has like this 20-year-old Mac that's running FL, and he makes the best
Fire.
music I probably ever
Man,
heard
does he
anybody
put
else
gas in
make.
that too, or
I, don't, I think it's diesel. No, yeah, he makes some of the best work. So I guess it really doesn't. It never matters what the DAW is, but I'm always curious to find out the thinking strategy behind you
Yeah.
know people who use the ones that they use. You know,
Yeah, I think it was just because I went to the Beats Music Academy, and that's the one they were,
Pushing, like,
mentioning. So
yeah.
it was like, okay, well, that's the one.
yeah.
Yep.
And then you did you take a class for production too?
No, I've gone through lessons with Carson Iwake.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah, he is.
He's
Yeah,
so
Carson's great.
talented, great person.
Yeah.
So he's taught me a lot, and he's helping me out with one track. It's techno. That I've been picking at that for over like 8 months. It feels like.
Yeah.
And
I think you're going to be pickier on your techno than anything because
Yeah.
you're from Michigan and well, you're not.
Oh.
You're not from Michigan. You're from Wisconsin, right?
no, Michigan.
Oh, you're from
Yeah,
Michigan. Yes.
yeah.
So,
30
so,
minutes
so,
south of
n-
Detroit.
there's
yeah.
the connection.
so
Yeah.
now you're going to be
I
very
know, I have
picky
to-
on your techno,
yeah.
and that's
Have to do
that's
it
going to be
right.
good because you're
Yeah.
from there. You get it. It's in your soul. So I'm curious. I still want to hear Low
I'll-
Tide.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I want to hear it. Yeah, we have to hear it.
I'll send
after.
it to you guys.
Melodic techno.
It's not like tide is high. No, wait, that's a different song, isn't it?
No.
Somebody has to do the dad jokes. Anyways,
Yeah, I know. I'm slacking on my dad jokes. What else is in your future? Are you planning on releasing that? Or are you gonna look to sign it now that it's finished?
No, I don't really like have a desire to sign it or anything. I just want to hold on to it
Okay.
and maybe do a melodic techno set, like play it out. And I just keep on working on other tracks because
Okay.
I've really wanted to just get that out there. It's
Yeah.
almost like this fear of like the first track has to be something.
Yeah, I get that.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
overthink it. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of life itself.
Yeah.
My
Stop
first track
overthinking
was
it.
didn't have any vocals either.
Yeah.
And
that's
oh,
okay.
man,
It's
going
okay.
back and listen, and it is absolutely okay.
Yeah.
And just going back and listening to it, you get to see how creative you were
Yeah. It's meaningful.
before the technicalities
Yeah.
takes over. So
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it.
Thanks.
Where can the people find you?
On Instagram, Jenny Z. Pretty much Jenny Z on everything.
How do you spell the Z?
ZIE.
Z-I-E.
Yeah.
Jenny Z, Z-I-E. You catch her on all platforms. About to be on Spotify. About
Yeah.
to be. Do you have a SoundCloud yet?
I do have a SoundCloud.
Okay.
Jenny Z.
Okay.
Yeah. I was looking at Spotify. I don't know. I'll have to pick your brain on that.
Yeah, we can
I
help
don't
you
know.
with Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what I'm
yeah.
doing. I feel like Nemo in the ocean after they escape. I'm like, now what?
Yeah, Spotify is actually one of the easiest ones to
Okay.
work with.
Yeah.
Out of everybody.
Yeah.
But yes, we will definitely help you.
Okay.
You can call us anytime.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think it's better now. NJP said, "Oh, he thinks FL Studio is better now." All right, guys. So that was our interview with Jenny Z.
Real quick, a beautiful shot of her Instagram. I'm sorry, I was fumbling around. Like
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, well, I cleaned out my cache last week, which sounds a little personal, but it's not really that. And then I had to log back in, and then I just realized switching between our profiles for the phone and for my Chrome profile, that's all separate. I didn't know that. Anyways,
The more you know,
The
people.
more,
The more you know.
Anyways,
This has been a tech segment by Rave Daddy Robbie.
well, now we know what I should put in the show. I just
Yeah, we got to get you a.
if you're looking at starting your own
Yes.
streaming radio show,
Yeah.
reach out. $17 an hour.
Yeah, so that was our interview with Jenny Z. Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
Jenny.
Z,
Thank you.
for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Amazing.
Yes, we're excited for your journey to become a DJ/producer now.
Thank
so
you so much.
yeah, that's exciting.
This was
And if
awesome.
you own a boat, hit her up.
Yes, yes,
We're doing it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Humble House.
yeah, we'll
Yacht
do
party.
it. We'll do it.
Yes.
We'll do it.
We need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
It's been on our brains.
Yeah.
all
We'll
right.
speak it into existence.
Yeah,
We all spoke
manifest it.
so
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah.
come true.
I love that, Rave Daddy Robbie. That was great.
Thank you.
We're,
well, now
gonna
we're listening to a little bit of Awakening this time. So,
Yes.
we're going to take a moment
Shout out
to
Awakening.
catch our breath and stick around. And we'll be back here in a minute or so, folks.
Yes, with upcoming segment.
Tell me, are you ready? Are you ready for me? Baby, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. What say you? I live with you. Are you ready? Are you ready for me?
And we're back. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Oh, is it completely different? Oh, wow.
Wow.
So that was the problem. We actually, in fact, had the volume low.
Wow, I can
She
hear.
was
I
like,
can hear
well, we
myself.
can hear you in the
You
room.
know, I thought because when you said I can hear you guys in the room, and I
Yeah.
was like, it has to be in her
Whoa.
headphones. Welcome.
Thanks.
yes, you're here with us now.
Yes. This is what they've heard the whole time.
Well, guys,
so.
that was Awakening, his song.
Yep.
Are You Ready?
Rapture
Out.
Part 2.
Yes. He won our. Well, he was runner up on our. Wait, did
No,
he? No, he won.
He was third.
He was third.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Makobo.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was second. GC won.
GC won.
Yeah.
That's right.
Humble House Artist of the Year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good memory, baby.
Yeah.
I love you. Oh, but so this is the upcoming segment of the show where we talk about things that are coming up. And Jenny Z just said that she is playing this week.
Yeah. Bar Mezzo, Saturday night, 9 to 1.
Nice.
Be there
Yeah.
or be square.
What are you playing?
Yes.
Are you gonna play Low Tide?
Oh, I don't
Do
know. Oh,
it.
it might be a little actually too high energy. I was thinking like probably like underground, deep house, like lounge, sexy. It's like a vibey
Yeah.
spot.
I haven't been there, but I've seen their
It's
Instagram
cool.
and stuff.
You gotta
There's-
stop by. It's cool. They have
Yeah,
great
for
drinks, good vibes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Bar Mezzo. I've only been there for a meeting. I've not drank
Really?
anything there. Yeah, I've not drank anything from them. I know they make coffee.
We
too.
went to Intermezzo, which is like
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
no,
it's
the
the
Bar
same-
Mezzo is the new spot
Yeah.
that they own, right?
yes.
Okay.
yes.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
It's next to Copa, which I love.
Oh, Copa's great.
Copa looks
It's
so
the
cool.
best.
Yeah.
I love Copa. They play Caribbean music all the time, and they have hookah. It's just a vibe.
We've
and
never been
tapas.
there. Why haven't we gone?
I don't know.
Do you guys
Let's go.
hookah?
I would
If
hookah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would hookah.
I mean, we don't
I-
have many
I actually have a
opportunities
hookah
to,
at
but I
home.
would.
Really?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I used to smoke a hookah a lot of the time. You know what I would take as I would buy the hookah tobacco, which you can get in multiple different flavors, and it's usually mixed in with stuff, and it's kind of moist. And I would take that and mix it with another flowered product, about a 50-50 mix, and put it in there, and that's one great way to smoke that other flowered product.
I
So,
used to when I was
when
younger.
we doing that?
Yeah, there you go.
When
I'm
I
gonna
was
take you on a whole new journey. You're gonna be like, Rave Daddy, how am I getting pot advice from you? How did that happen?
when I was younger, my friends, we used to put tequila in the bottom.
Oh my!
Dangerous.
Yeah, very.
That is- that
we
is
would
dangerous.
get drunk off of smoking. It was
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
It was weird. It's
Te-
a weird
Alcohol
feeling.
vapor.
We'd put tequila instead of water in the bottom.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
That was
Oh, yes.
that was volume in her 20s. That's where I was.
Can she make
in
a
New York
reappearance?
in New York City, just smoking tequila.
Oh my gosh.
You're wild.
Yeah.
You're wild.
I know. I was thinking of
I
doing
like how
this-
you're like,
a
oh no,
segment-
oh no.
segment of my young wild stories.
Why
You
does my
guys don't
smoke
even
taste
know.
like tequila? Oh, never mind.
That's cool.
We're not giving out any sort of advice on how you should use your bong
No.
or anything like that, by the
No,
way.
but be
or
creative.
hookah.
You never know where it'll take you.
We're not suggesting smoking alcohol through your hookah. Let's just leave it at that.
Just
and,
be
you know.
creative though and have fun.
I mean, but we're a fun bunch here at
Safely.
Humble House Radio. We go out, we have painting and wine and stuff like that.
Yeah. Painting and wine.
yes.
We have Los Padres at Concrete Jungle Friday.
Yes.
At Concrete Jungle. We also have House of Skankas. Tulo is going to be on KST and Cobb. Yes.
Memory.
That's that memory.
Yeah.
Do we have Humble House slots on first Friday?
Yes.
Okay, we do.
We have MNX, right?
No, that was last week.
No, that was last.
That was last.
That was.
last
we
month.
have, if I remember correctly,
Harold. What's Harold M? But Harold M has a new duo name.
Oh yeah, but
Well,
he didn't announce it.
Yeah,
yet.
we'll keep that
Sorry,
on the
Harold.
wraps.
Yeah.
Wait, it's going to be announced here soon when we drop this flyer. You better get to announcing.
I know.
Okay, so we have Los Padres and
Evie and Yay.
Evie and Yay,
Evie and Yay, and
then
M.
Harold M.
Yeah.
to
So
close out
that'll
the
be
night.
fun. That's Friday. Thursday, Concrete Jungle with Gabby and Monique.
Yes.
Your Thursday is not.
No, his
happening?
Thursday is
mine's
the week after.
second and fourth. So,
Okay.
but this is the official launch of Dimbus Events, which is why I always forget Leo's DJ name.
Leo
Leo
V.
V.
Leo V, Jesus.
And Gio.
And
Gio
Gio's,
Leone.
adventure together. So they'll be officially launching that on Thursday. And then next week will be my first. My flyer will probably drop this weekend though, and everybody will get to see that.
Watch out for the drop.
I know it's going to be great. And like you guys already know what my flyer is going to be like, so I'm
I
very
know,
excited.
I'm excited to see it.
It's
Me too.
I can't wait. I was actually playing around with it this past weekend, but I had last week was like such a kind of just a wash week. Like I feel like I didn't get anything done.
Yeah, you need one
That's
of those. You
okay.
need some of those.
Yeah.
We've been going heavy. We've
Yeah.
been going heavy. We're going
On
strong.
Thursday, everybody's like, "You coming out Thursday?" I'm like, "Absolutely not!" Like, no. I am staying home.
Yeah.
I have literally not done something on like 4 or 5 Thursdays for the last 15 months.
Yeah.
I'm staying home and I'm being fat on my couch and watching a movie, and that's
I
exactly
love
what I
that
did.
for
You
you.
I
need
was-
that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even told Gio already. I was like, I'm sorry, you might not see me this Thursday again either, because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm taking advantage of that.
So am I. We were talking about blocking off the day on Thursday for just to have the day. We haven't had like a day to ourselves.
Yeah.
in
You know,
weeks.
Yeah.
a lot of people that ends up being like their Sunday. People
Yes.
that normal people who work Monday through Friday and
Not
stuff like
us.
that. Yeah, exactly. That's not our crowd. But you know what? You absolutely positive. Like so many people get caught up in what they're doing in their work and their adventures and their goals and their determination, all that. But you have to. It's really smart. Cut out one day a week and just said, no, I'm not doing any of my work. I'm not doing any of my business. I'm not doing. I mean, even you could even be closed on one of your cabana. I'm not suggesting that, but just have a day that you're closed.
That's
and you
what
just,
we were thinking.
Yeah, you don't
We
have a
said-
day.
looked-
Yeah.
We looked at each other and said,
Just
should I
unavailable
block
Tuesdays
off
or
the
whatever,
day
yeah.
on Thursday just for
it-
my
yeah.
mental health?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want it to be Thursdays because a lot of people are still flying in for the weekends. But like
I
Monday,
know.
Tuesday, probably Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should. You should always.
It's a wash.
It's a wash. But no,
wish.
a lot of it's
It's
important.
a good thing, though. I mean, keep booking those cabanas, people.
Yes,
Yeah.
We love
absolutely.
it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's absolutely Cabana Club right here
For
in St.
life.
Pete. Yep.
Yes.
Siesta
let's
Key,
go.
too.
But no, you got to have that time. People got to give time for themselves and their heads and to be with their family and their friends and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
People get
it's
so
smart.
grabbed like I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but people get grabbed so much by the ambition of the projects that they're working on, and then suddenly just forget everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you don't realize that it's been a month since you've seen anybody. It's been a month since you've done anything for yourself.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like, ugh.
And
But
that's
you can
how-
also burn yourself out.
Yeah, you
that's
get
how
burnt
burnout.
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it happens. How do you balance your work and
Yeah, that's tough.
Fun.
Like, balance is really, really important because
Yeah.
you can do too much
Extremely.
of one thing, and even if it's a good thing. I think like taking time for yourself. Like in the morning, I'll walk for 30 minutes every single day. I won't look at my phone.
Really?
I'll get up
That's
and
good.
get myself outside.
oh wow,
God, I wish I could do that.
that's a great
it's
habit.
Hard.
need to
It's
get out and get
hard.
moving. I sit at home in my
Yeah.
chair. Well, we work from home, so yeah.
Yeah, you have to get yourself out. No one's gonna pull you out of bed.
You know,
have
I
to
just
do it
briefly
yourself.
kind of had a vision in your kitchen. Do you just have all beakers and flasks and
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
like
He really wants to dive into
yeah, like the greenhouse from the one Batman movie where they're mixing all the stuff, and that's
Yeah.
where poison ivy comes from.
Yeah.
Anyways, but anyway,
You need
sorry.
something, I can make it for you. Have you seen Breaking Bad? Just kidding.
That's great. I freaking love it. Fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Like start with your phone. Like
Wow,
instead
you're
of
going to
writing-
gain a lot of new friends after this show.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Coming out of Polk County. No, just
Oh, that's awesome.
serious inquiries.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, funny.
What were you talking?
What, did this become an
Balancing.
MP?
Balancing. Waking up.
Yeah, balancing.
Yeah.
Start with your
they
phone.
had that
like,
problem on Breaking Bad too.
Yeah,
Work-life
I know.
balance.
He couldn't balance. He couldn't balance.
I love the show.
All right, let's take this back.
Such a good
NPR
show.
status.
Well, yeah, about balancing. Or I guess like building that
Sorry.
habit. Building that habit. Start with your phone instead of like going to bed with your phone. Put it in the bathroom. So you have to
Yes.
get up. You have to get out of bed. It's the hardest thing. Like it's not easy. Like
Yeah.
I want to sit on my phone and doom scroll. Just put it outside the bedroom and then have to get up and force yourself like to go out. And yeah, it just builds like a habit every day. And yeah, taking time for yourself here and there. And then on the weekends, like, yeah, I'm so busy too. It's hard, but you have to make time. If you don't make time, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
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 Correct.
Well, good. We were working on the balancing stuff. It's so much when you got like
because you guys are
different,
entrepreneurs.
yeah, different businesses
Yeah.
you got to work on. But
Ketone's a
I
go-go
was
go.
on a gym kick. I was on a F45 every
you
morning.
still are.
9
You're,
o'clock. I
you're
still
about
am,
there. We just had the
but-
weekend.
Yeah, but
45 is
work.
tough.
Oh my
Those
goodness.
are good workouts.
Yeah, go to F45 St. Pete if you
Yes.
haven't. It's the best. I love it. And that's how I start my morning for a while. But, work. So you have to balance it.
Yeah, working out's not in my. I don't. Is that a word? What do you do with that? What are you talking about?
Yeah, man. it's-
Walking though, I can get
Exercise.
into walking, but
Okay.
I just.
Same thing, exercising, moving your
Yeah.
body.
I know.
I just like to be around people. I'm the type that needs to be with other people to be motivated
Yeah.
to work
Oh,
out.
see, I hate
can't
fighting
work
for
out
the
by
equipment.
myself.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
have to take a class.
me too.
I
I'm
will
a
just
class
lay on the
person.
floor. If I go to the gym, I'm gonna lay on a bench and just.
I cheat myself
there.
so much. in the gym.
Kidding? I'm not.
Yeah. I cheat myself.
Yeah.
It's
I cheat
like-
myself so
yeah,
much.
Yeah, it's not even
Without F45.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Shout
So,
out F45. We
Big
love you.
shout out.
I'll have to try that.
F45.
I'll
You know,
have to check them out.
That's why they
Yeah.
always
Come
say.
with us. It's really fun.
That's why
Oh,
they
so
always-
we DJ for them.
What?
Yeah, every Saturday. Well, not every Saturday. Once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I want to come to one
They're
of
fun.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're so fun.
They always say
I'll
work
let you
out.
know the next time.
Work out with a friend though, because then you're responsible for each other, and then you'll go more frequently.
Yes.
If you just do it on your own, and I have actually done it on my own for that. But you know what, man? I hate going to gyms and fighting for the equipment. It drives me bonkers.
Oh, the worst.
Yes, if I
heard
have to,
crunch.
if I have to
Crunch is
go,
the worst.
yeah,
I've
Crunch
heard-
is like a social
I heard
hour.
people wait
Oh,
in
yeah,
line.
You know
yeah.
everybody.
It is.
Yep.
Everyone there is a DJ.
Don't go into workout. I go in to say, hey, hey.
We go in there
Hey.
and everyone's like, "Hey,
Workout becomes
I have
networking.
a track," and we walk out with like 5 tracks emailed to us.
Oh my lord,
No
that's so
shit.
funny.
No way.
No
I
shit.
swear.
Wait,
It
which
happens
crunch?
every
Is it the
time.
one down in
Tyrone?
Tyrone or
Did
No,
someone
something
order
like
food?
that? No, I
No,
didn't
we
order
didn't.
food. Nope.
No, it wasn't us, but we'll take it.
Yeah, it was Chipotle, I think too.
Oh.
God, and I'm in the mood for. I'm getting Chipotle.
You know what? We got
Have
Chipotle
you-
that
Did
night.
you
told
do
us
the honey
about-
chicken?
I did, and it was
is
so good.
isn't
It was really
It
good.
literally just
It
melts in
was
your
so
mouth.
good.
It is so good.
I got it the same night you talked about, and that was subconscious too, because when we got home, my daughter suggested Chipotle, and I was like, "What a coincidence!" Yes.
Yeah. You know, they've got a competition going on now that's going on for like the next week, and you have to unlock their safe, and you can win like $1 million and free Chipotle for a year, all this kind of
I'd
stuff.
take $1 million. I
played it twice today already. You can play it every hour, I think.
He's doing it right now.
Shh. God. Trying to. Cannot with some of these people.
Turn your screen around.
Can I have some word on their guest in the future? Oh, is my mic on?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What else was there? Anything coming up? Anything else for the scene?
I feel like Miami Music Week takes hold.
Everybody's drained. I think
Yes.
Mike is still down there right now.
He is Mike. He hasn't called in, so I don't.
Yeah, Mike.
I don't know where he is, but I feel like he would have called in already.
Yeah.
He's frolicking in a land of colors. That's what he
is.
knows.
He's having fun. He's
He went to
letting loose.
space. He went all around.
Oh,
I saw
he
some
may
of his
still be in
stuff.
space.
Jenny, you love space,
Probably.
I
right?
love space. Space
Yeah.
is a place.
Space
Yeah.
is nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
I was very
Haven't been
bummed
there
to
for a
miss it
while,
this
but
year.
I got to get down there soon.
Who was playing this year?
Everyone, it felt like.
Everybody.
Fisher was playing at Space. That was
Oh, wow.
one I would have
I think Fisher always
FOMO
plays
about.
there, yeah.
Did you watch any of the sets this weekend?
Yeah. I watched the Ultra live stream
Yeah.
a little bit, and then Space
Nice.
a little bit. Just FOMO is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enter the Realm, the party. I really liked. I liked going to that one last year.
Okay.
That Gorgon City throws. Yeah.
I love Gorgon.
I think I remember you
Gorgon
chatting
City.
with you said you met Green Velvet and
Yeah.
and management too, right?
Yeah,
Was
I
that
bought
last year? That was last year.
Last
wasn't
year, I bought Green Velvet a glass of champagne at Space last year.
it? Nice.
That was fun.
Nice.
At like 8 a.m. after he did a closing set with Dumdala at Factory Town, and then we went to Space after.
Very
that was
cool.
so much fun. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, this year was a little more low key. I just stayed at home,
Yeah.
worked out, laid in the sun.
Love that.
Memories of Space last year.
Yeah.
There'll be more.
There
I
will be more.
listened on Diplo's Revolution.
Oh,
Yeah.
how was that?
Great. Every set
Who
I
said?
heard
Oh,
was so good.
Honey Love said I saw. There was somebody else's set we heard.
I loved Sub Focus.
Yeah, you did.
I was freaking out. It was so good. Like it was 45 minutes. It was short, but
I have to check
it
it.
was the best 45 minutes I had. Because we have the Ford Transit, and all we have in there is Sirius Radio, and I've never heard Sirius Radio honestly before this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Well, I never actually listened to it. I never had it in my car or anything. So
Oh, you guys have mentioned that. I saw you were talking or posting about Diplo. Yeah, Diplo's Revolution definitely is 100% like radio. And if that bothered you, do not play on BPM. BPM is like even worse. Well, you know what? A lot of people don't know this is the country used to have quite a few actually dance radio stations. I don't know. There were probably about 30 or 40 of them across the country. In all the big cities, Orlando had one, New York had one, all that kind of stuff. And then they went through and they closed down all those radio stations because, I guess they considered it a dead format at the time. This is like in the early 2000s, just to give you kind of an idea. And two of the DJs with BPM were here in the Orlando station. The Orlando station was the very, very last station to convert from dance. I remember coming down here in like 2001, and that was the first time Ian Van Dal, Castles in the Sky. Dun,
Yep.
That
I
had
played that
just
Sunday.
came out. It was like God, I love that track. It's one of my favorite
So
tracks.
It is so good.
And so most of those guys went to BPM and Diplo's Revolution and all that kind of stuff. And that's why it used to be when I first got XM Radio in 2000, it was straight up like, if people know what Muzak is, in-store elevator music style. It just looped and played and just ran through their entire huge, gigantic library of music. And it was great. You'd hear so many different tracks and all that. And then these guys jumped on there, and then they brought a lot of DJs from Sirius. I'm sorry. Yeah, Sirius. And then they all had live DJs, and now you got guys talking over stuff, and now you got the loopy music. Unfortunately, that's the way it went. But I'll tell you what, Chill, which is 53
Yeah, I love Chill.
on XM Radio, that is still kind of elevator music looping kind of thing. And you
They
just
play a lot
hear
of, like, Lane 8,
So,
though.
yeah, they have a lot of you
Love
can hear a
Lane 8.
ton of different
Let's go
music.
play them.
One of my favorite things to do after a night of clubbing or being at a festival or something on my way home, I listen to Chill, and it kind of brings me down, chills me out. And sometimes I found I have Chill on more frequently than any of the other
Yeah,
Or
the
ones.
Chill
Humble,
station
Humble
is
House
cool.
Radio.
Yeah, Humble House Radio. Don't worry about it. It's
Yeah.
coming, baby.
You gotta reset. I think Curtis James said something about this. Like during the week, he doesn't listen to any house music. Like he'll listen to country or anything or something
wow.
like.
Oh yeah,
super
he likes country
chill.
music. I think if I recall
Yeah.
correctly. I don't know why, but he does.
Cowboy Kurt. But you have to like reset. You can't listen to the same thing over. You have to like
Yeah.
reset.
My friends give me
mix it
shit
up.
in the car about that all the time. It's like, how can you only listen to this all the time? I'm not listening to the exact same stuff all the
Yeah.
time.
I mean,
But
I'll never
it's-
get sick of house music, but yeah, I mean, to other people, it sounds like that.
Apple Music just got entered into Rekordbox now, and you can, if you get
Oh,
the
yes.
7.1
I saw that.
update
I saw that.
and you have the Library Plus devices, you can do it. I played with it this weekend. It's absolutely awesome. I actually joined back to Apple Music, but something Apple Music did that I didn't realize they did is they give me a way now to play my music library again on my phone. On Android phones, they took away the app. There's no apps. There used to be Google Play,
Yeah.
and it would have your library in it, and you could just play it in a car and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then once that went away, all these other library apps, they made YouTube Music and it's garbage.
Yeah.
And then they have all these other apps to do it, but they don't loop right, or you have to go into it and tap on it and all this stuff. And I found out like Apple Music, and I was like, oh, thank God, finally I can listen. Because what I do is my music library includes all my music I DJ with too.
Right.
So I can play it back and all that kind of stuff. All that's under my music folder in my computer. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but anyways.
2 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about that time.
It's about, yeah, that was a great show today.
That was.
Yeah, we had fun. We learned
I think
a
we're
lot
getting it
about
figured
Jenny
out.
Z. We learned that she's a DJ and now she's a producer.
Let's go.
And a scientist.
And a
Chemist.
Scientist.
Chemist.
He'll
That-
never forget.
What scientist? Yeah. I mean,
We will
Yeah, he's
display our
gonna be
information at the end of the
messaging
show. Yeah. Exactly.
It's like we
exactly.
have a conversation to have.
Yeah, man. Who said our show was boring? I don't know. Who said that? Never.
But yeah, that was a great time. Volume, you so sun kissed over there. Look at you.
I know. I need
Yeah.
to like open
Easy.
some aloe
Easy.
on.
Calm down over there. Calm down.
I know.
Jeez.
Snap out. of it.
You guys are going to go home in a minute. Just chill out. Just relax, okay?
Tune in to Heather Effie's show on Sunday.
Oh, she killed it
Yes.
It
last
was a
week.
great show last night.
Excellent
so
show.
Who are the guests again? It was the
It
folks
was,
with the...
they own the
Playground.
Nonprofit,
playgrounds.
yeah.
And
Yes.
they're going to start calisthenics at the playground.
St. Pete
And they
Calisthenics.
talked all about that
Yep.
and how to deal with anxiety. And then Heather Effie threw down
Oh,
a
did
down
she?
tempo, melodic, progressive set. It was so good. It's like the perfect Sunday recovery.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Like we needed that because we were going ham.
Literally
this weekend.
went in bed and listened. Heather Effie put us to sleep.
Yeah.
Again,
Heather.
chill radio. That's
It
right.
was so good. It was so good.
So good. So tune in. She has an all new episode on Sunday, and then we'll be back next week. I'm not sure who our guest is.
Me either. Mike.
Oh,
is
there's
out,
where we
so-
have Mike. You know.
Yeah.
We're lost without
We
you.
miss you, Mike. We miss you, Danielle. We miss you, Rich. Everyone on the show.
Yes.
We hope you're back next week.
Yeah, Shelton, Cole.
Yeah,
Miss you guys.
everybody.
Danielle, yes. You
Yeah.
said Danielle, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
All
okay.
right. I
You
thought-
could
I
shout
said
out
it
twice.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. It's Houseology Live. My name is Ketone. We got Volume over there. We got Rave Daddy Robbie. And our guest today was Jenny Z. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Yep.
Jenny.
We'll see you guys next week.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Wrapping it up for this week's show. Tune in next Monday at 6 p.m. for the best up-to-date info on EDM news, culture, and gossip on the Houseology Live show.
Humble House Radio.